Hello, everyone. Bill Parish back with Joe Kubala this time.
Joe Kubala?
Actually, we're in the Kubala Sosna business cabin here in Munich at the MOC.
Well,
Joe, thank you for allowing us to use this.
Not a problem. And to me, this cabin sort of indicates the strength of this show. It's business to business, this show.
Yep.
They call this a B2B cabin.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's open. We deal with noise, but yeah, a lot of stuff goes on. Joe, I mean, Dick and I represent a lot of great brands, but I'll tell you, you are the news of the show.
Yeah.
This is what Kubala Sosna is releasing here at the show. Buddy, you outdid
We've been busy.
yourself.
We've been busy.
You gave me a little hint, and then you turned around and with two different products I got here in prototype form. You brought over, but I didn't know all this was coming. This is just absolutely unbelievable.
Well, you may remember a video or two ago that we talked about, we use each other's ears to do things. And that's what Bill's referring to now. We brought a couple of products, really final prototype products for him to listen to. And yet he's still surprised at the breadth of what we're offering here.
Yeah. And at the end of last year, I was talking about what's new and what's coming. And I knew you were working on something, but I said, if this comes out, because you didn't know, or at least you were telling me you
weren't in final prototype stage at that point.
Did not know if it could actually happen in 2025. It might happen in 2026. But I told my audience that there may be something that's coming out, and if it comes out, it's going to be huge news.
And now I remember, I remember that.
And it's huge news. What we're talking about here is, well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new products, and some of those are actually combined, but I'm going to highlight a couple. Expander 2. No, before I even get into that, I'm going to talk about Ovation cables. Ovation cables, above realization.
I'm telling you, he is excited about Ovation cables.
I'm excited about Ovation cables. I didn't think Ovation cables. I didn't know the name, but I didn't think realization could be beat. I really did not think that realization could be beat. Not only as a beat, but this is no you gotta try to hear it sort of thing.
No,
this improves everything across the board in every single way. There's no push. There's no drawback. It's full speed ahead. I mean, what you did with Ovation cables is mind-boggling.
Every flagship we've had throughout now the 22-year history of Kubala Sosna, 23 years, excuse me, every cable we've wondered how can we better the performance, whether it was going from emotion to elation or elation to realization. And then by the time we got to realization, I mean, it was solid performance. And so getting better was a dream almost. Well, we introduced realization in 2017.
Yeah.
This is 8 years later to develop.
That's what I was thinking, 8 years. Just as you were talking there, I did a quick math in the head, and 8 years to do this. Well, Grand Slam. The walk-off Grand Slam. I'm telling you, that is for the baseball fans out there. But now we get into a couple weeks ago. Well, back I don't know, couple months ago it was. Joe and I, Joe at GTT Audio joined me, and we talked about us listening to things. And Joe said we were listening to an outlet, which has led to Expander 2 with Ovation cables in it. So Ovation power cables and Ovation 2.
Well, so the slight history of Expander in general was Elation was our flagship when we developed the initial Expander. However, we began to experiment in the expander with different conductors. And so we call that an elation level product, but in fact, the conductors we used in it ended up pointing us towards the realization product.
Yep.
So the original expander is like elation plus, it's halfway between. Now we are announcing an expansion to that original line, and that we currently have a 7 and a 10 outlet expander. We're now introducing a 4 outlet expander. And then, of course, having worked with the ovation conductors, we now have modified the expander to expander 2, utilizing that technology and a more selective outlet choice for the back.
Oh, I'm telling you, this thing, just like I said about the cables, this is an improvement across the board. I heard this. I got to hear this. And oh my, you're doing it in 2 different offerings, a 5 outlet and a 10 outlet. And this 10 outlet is so exciting because what the 10 outlet is 2 5 outlets in a single box with 2 dedicated power cords. And in my setup, what I have is at the front end of every system, which is on the sidewall, I have 2 dedicated lines, and I even have a sticker on it so I never forget, digital and analog. So I separate the digital and the analog, and so I can take one box that's going to take 1 space on a shelf, but I can do 5 digital outlets and 5 analog outlets. As you told Greg when I heard it, start making mine. Which I guess it's going to ship to me in the middle of August.
The 5 outlets should ship maybe middle to the end of July, and the 10 outlet middle to end of August. Yeah.
Damn, some of you may get your box before I get mine. Guys, this is the story of the show. Honestly, it really is.
Thank you.
There's wonderful stuff here. I mean, there's crazy stuff here. I think Dick and I listened to 3 separate $800,000 plus loudspeakers. We listened to speaker systems that could never fit in anybody's room. I guess they think people are building auditoriums, or maybe they're going after the cinema crowd. I have no idea. I mean, we're talking crazy stuff, but they're pushing boundaries, which is cool. And that's cool stuff. But this is real world, real usable.
Well, and I will comment that this is the afternoon of day 2 of the show. And I've probably sat down thus far with 10 or 11 of our distributors. The reaction to this has been just 100% positive.
Yeah, look for Joe to be driving a Ferrari next year. Now this is so exciting. I mean, I just keep saying it, but I mean, hopefully everyone can tell my enthusiasm, because it is about this. And we're a dealer for Kubala Sosna. We distribute 7 brands. This is the thing today I am most excited about.
Well, that's great to hear. Thank you.
It's absolutely true. Joe, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it.
Goodbye from Munich.
Oh, it didn't.